Hey guys, this is Cory, E3 2011. I'm down here, Indie Cade booth. We're here to talk to Sam Roberts about their community and what they do. So Sam, why don't you kind of talk to us a little bit about what Indie Cade is?
Yeah, so we call ourselves the International Festival of Independent Games, and what that means is we are a festival that brings together the best we can find in independently developed content and its creators, and we're there to help promote them to the public and to the industry and to the media and world at large. We feel that there's two really important things about independent games right now and how they can serve the games industry as a whole, and that's that in the first place, the games industry budgets on a major AAA game are so large now that it's very difficult for a big major distributor to innovate, to experiment, to try new ideas because it's such a large risk. Indie developers work with much smaller budgets, they work on much more agile platforms, and they're able to experiment in ways that big developers aren't. This is something that other media industries are really familiar with. The film industry has figured out a way to let people make indie films at low cost and look through those films and find the most interesting people making them and the most interesting ideas and bring those back to the mainstream industry. This is something the games industry is still figuring out how to do, and Indie Cade is trying to help create that path. The second thing we're doing is I really believe that games are of interest to everyone, but people just don't know it yet.
We do too. We know that games are, cross-cultural. I mean, it's a huge industry.
Well, everyone loves games, and the thing is, when you ask,
you're doing it on your cell phone as well. I mean, it's everywhere.
If you play cards with your parents or grandparents or kids, I mean, even if you play simple things in the car as you drive, right? Like that game where you spot the license plates. That's a game, and this is, I think, right now culturally, people when you say game, they think Call of Duty, right? And so then they're like, no, I don't like games. So a big part of what we do, and a reason why our October festival is actually targeted at the public at large, is we want to show the public that there's a lot of games that they like to play, and help those people who are making games that the public at large would like to play reach that public so that they have an audience for the games eventually.
I think it's the way you lay out the festival is very unique. It's not just one particular venue. You go out throughout the city or district of Culver City and kind of stay. So it's multi-platform. That's really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we show games of every different sort of imaginable type. So even here at our E3 booth, we have PC games and tablet, iPhone games, iPad games. We have a board game and card games. We have live games, big games we call them, where people are actually playing with their physical bodies. And that necessitates, when we're in Culver City, finding a numerous number of venues so that instead of shoehorning everything into somewhere where it might not fit, we really find a venue that will be a proper fit for the game we're trying to show and show it off as well as we can.
Yeah, that's really interesting. That's really cool. So if you guys are available, you should come down and check out Indie Cade October 6th through 9th. Is there anything special we need to do to come down, or we just show up?
Nope. In fact, the gallery's open to the public. You can just walk in, but we have a public wristband that's very affordable and lets you into a couple of special lecture series, gets you a gift bag, and some other cool stuff like that.
Awesome, Sam. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. You guys should go down there and check it out because it's legit.